Okay, good morning, world.
Good morning. My name is Donald Akuli from Nigeria.
So my name is Ray Yoon. I'm from South Korea. We are brothers from different mother. Yes. So today we want to talk about our project in Nigeria, Life to Land and Peace to People. How are you doing, Donald?
I'm doing great. I'm excited.
Mm. Yes, I stayed in Nigeria for 1 month now. We were trying to really get this moving, our project. Did we have some achievements?
Yeah. So far, we've trained a lot of persons from adding the persons that were trained in January, February. If we add that number, we are hitting close to basically 1,500 people that have been trained cut across the FCT, Benue State, Nasarawa State, and yeah, so it's looking good. A lot of persons have also reached out from Niger State, from Kogi State, from Borno State, trying to be part of the project. So it's looking good. We've made a lot of progress.
Yes, our aim is to spread this far and wide. So we are starting it in Benue, Nasarawa, but we expect it to go to other states in other parts of Nigeria, and then to other countries also outside Nigeria. So that's what we are trying to do. And when we go to the farmers, we train them, we give them knowledge. So what's the farming technology knowledge that we are trying to give to the farmers, Donald?
Uh, Basically, we're trying to teach the farmers how to lower their cost of production and produce good food on very healthy soil. Because when production cost drops, profit goes up, and the quality of food is maintained. If the methods being taught to us by Rayun are natural, are regenerative, and are organic methods, and these methods are easy to do. There are methods that you can just scribble around the confines of your environment, find some raw materials that usually are not considered as resource. Mostly they are considered as waste, but you can convert that into good resources, good input to use on your farm.
Yes, the farming method is a very powerful tool that we have. And not just Nigeria, not just Africa, but everywhere in the world. Actually, the farmers are probably the poorest people in the country. And most of the farmers, they don't make money and they actually have debt. And a lot of the debt comes from rising cost. They have to buy so many things. They have to buy fertilizer, herbicide, pesticide, fungicide, seeds, and all these increase the cost. But the problem is those chemicals actually degrade the soil. The soil becomes poorer and poorer, combined with bad practices of farming, such as burning and intensive tilling and leaving the soil bare. All those things combined, is degrading the soil. So when the soil degrades, your yield goes down, your income goes down, and the intensity of your work goes up, and the cost of farming goes up. So our method is trying to change that, so that the more farming you practice, the soil gets better and better, the yield goes up, and the work is becoming easier, but your cost goes down and down. So that is the crux of what we are trying to teach the farmers, and we are seeing a lot of success and a lot of potential for success, because it really works, and it really helps the farmers in reducing their cost and rejuvenating their land.
Yeah, it really works because Ray first came to Nigeria and in January, and we started this work in February. So the Ray pits, they've been very efficient. We've tried this on a 4-hectare hibiscus farm in Azara. We also did 4,000 heaps of yam farm, and we tried these methods of Ray pits, and we tried these methods on economic trees also, like palm trees and mango trees, and the result was quite great. The Ray pit returns the moisture, the fertility, the humus, and gives you good soil that translates to good yield. And the Ray ponds are another magical invention that gives you an ecosystem, return a very natural ecosystem where the birds, butterfly, the frogs, the fish, and all of that are around and in the ponds. This retains a kind of natural setting and brings an ecosystem of nature around the farming area. And the intermediate ponds, intermediate dams that were taught to us by Ray, also using sandbags to construct intermediate dams around the waterways, have been able to return the fertility, return the grassland around the waterways. So if this is done massively and everybody keys into these methods, if grassland return around our waterways, moisture is returned, the ecosystem of water is returned, a lot of farmers won't have to migrate from the far north of Nigeria to the south of Nigeria in search of fodder. So that we give even the cattle farmers, the herders, that stability of farming and grazing their cattle around their environment, and it will reduce the issue of migration and even that of farmers herders crisis.
Yes, the problems that I heard in Nigeria, one of the serious problems is the farmers and herders conflict. It can become deadly and bloody, and I thought that it is very much connected with the way we treat the land. That is why we named our project Life to Land and Peace to People. Because if the life returns to land, then the peace also returns to the people. Because here, and also in many other places, the land is being abused. So the soil is getting worse and worse. It's getting drier, less fertile. The production is going down. Farmers need better land, so they go out, turn wild land, bush into farms. And then they do this bad practice of farming, overusing chemicals, and then intensive farming, leaving the soil bare, getting rid of the grass. And then the sun will just destroy the soil, the wind will blow it away, the rain washes away the soil. And then the soil becomes unproductive, and then they need another land. All the while, the herdsmen, the nomads, they need pasture. And if someone is farming there, you cannot feed your cows on the cropland. So the conflict arises, and we thought that one of the ways of approaching this conflict, this problem, is that if we are able to heal the land so that life comes back and there's more plants and animals living on the land, and the water comes back, there's the water, underground water fills up, and the creeks and the flowing water, they come back, and we have ponds on the land becomes much more productive. Then farmers can have very good yield on their farm, and the pasture will be healthy, where the herders can be happy also. So our project is not just about farming techniques, but it is also about how to bring about peace for the people.
Yeah, talking about peace has to arise from system change and behavioral change. The mindset, this Life to Learn, Peace to People project is also about mindset change, community development, the people leading their community, solving their problems using the people's group. And one of the things this project has been able to address is returning the communal ways, most especially we Africans used to farm. We used to farm in clusters. We used to call it Humbe. Humbe means you farm in the other community person's farm, and he comes to your farm and farms too with your community people in numbers. So it is always easy to where 2, 3, 10 people are gathered to work. They can achieve a lot within a short time. So this project has also been able to address the issue of returning that communal thinking, that way of people solving their problem, people learning together, people having the mindset to address these issues. So this project is not just about farming, it's also about community development and also building returning that ecosystem. And one other profound thing this project also wants to address is also our housing system. Can we use mud, mix just a ratio of mud 10:1 cement, and still have those strong bricks to build our houses and they still look good? Can we also stop the bush burning and utilize the grass and the bush for our roofing and use for mulching? Can we also address issues of corruption where people feel they have to get their way around or steal money or try to get money from the government or try to borrow monies and not pay back? Can we also address those issues? So this project is trying to address that and is working around the clock to address that. And a manual has been produced, and I would like Ray to give us more light on those resources that have been made available for this.
Yes, we teach for free. So we give out our knowledge, we give the trainings, we don't receive any money, we don't sell any products, we just give the knowledge for free. Under one condition, if someone learns from us, that person must teach other people. That is one condition that we have, because we really want this knowledge for the people to spread by the people. So if you learn from me, you have to teach someone. That's the promise you have to keep. But the rest is free. And I have written a farming manual and also a workbook. And you can download it from our homepages. Mine is puri.co, ppuri.co. And Donald's website is lifeonplanet.com, life-on-planet.com. So all our resources are available for download, and it is you are not only allowed to download it, you are recommended to spread it, distribute it to other people, and you are also recommended to translate it into your local language. The translation of our farming manual from English to TIF language has been done by Father Ukeima Solomon. Yes, very big appreciation for him, so that the TIF people who do not speak English or read English can just take the manual and they can learn this method of farming.
Yeah, Nigerians have a lot of local dialect languages, Orobo, Ishak, Idoma, Yoruba, Igbo, Bagi, Jokum. A lot of local languages are out there. Niger Delta, we have a lot of language. So you are encouraged to translate this language into your local dialect, even in Arabic, Latin, French, just to give it that spread. You are encouraged to translate this, and this project is people's led, so it's all about co-creation. Just like Ray had acknowledged Okeyuma Solomon, Father Okeyuma Solomon, on translating to TIF and being part of it. His name has also been written as one of the publisher of this book. So we are always trying to work with people. If your idea seems very good and it's natural, it's sustainable, it speaks to regeneration, you can bring it up and we will look at it together and see how that can be added to the fold. So yes, this is one thing we want to preach. This project is all about the people, and it should be people led, people helping the people learning from each other and spreading the knowledge.
The book, Donald just mentioned that you can translate it, but also if you have a good farming method, you send it to us, and then it can go in the book with your name in it. Then your method will be able to help all the other farmers in the world. So I'm expecting in the future a farmer from Nigeria sends me some good method, and then some farmer from Philippines send a good method, someone from Canada, someone from Uganda, Ethiopia, Nicaragua. They do their research, and if it's good, if it helps the people, if it lowers the cost, and you don't use chemicals, it is organic, it heals the soil and increases the yield. It's helpful for the people. And those kind of methods you send us, we will be like a hub to collect those knowledge and spread it out to the people.
Yeah, this project also needs support. What kind of support does it need? It needs your support. It needs you spreading this knowledge. It needs you helping farmers in hard to reach area to get. Some of the farmers may not be able to download or you access download. What you can also do is to get this document printed, this book, this manual printed, and you can also, as your own contribution, distribute to those farmers for free, not receiving any monies from them as a charge. Those translated in TIF language and the translations that are going to come. We want all this book to spread, and we want this knowledge to spread. And if you find it necessary or important for you to give any financial contribution, you can reach out to Ray Yoon. You can call the PayPal account.
Oh, my account.
Yeah.
It's purunma@gmail.com. PURUNMA. So that's my PayPal account if you want to support.
If you want to support, you can do that. But just like we say, what do we want to achieve from this project? We want people to spread the word. We want people to work together. We want people to solve their own community problems. We want people to rely on a brother, a sister in a community, learn together, work together, solve their problems together. And yes, so for me, this is the part where each stakeholder, we are talking about government, we are talking about for-profit organization, we are talking about non-profit organization, we are talking about religious organizations, we are talking about cultural organization, community development organization. This is the time for us to key in and show that willingness, and show for government, show that political will. Because this project needs a lot of drive, it needs a lot of support. In Nigeria, the government, the non-governmental organization should be talking about this to government. So this can be able, they can collect data, support it, and this can translate into a policy that becomes sustainable. So this is the time for men and women of goodwill, all the people that eat food and love food and want the soil to be healthy, to key into support, to talk about this project and to spread the word.
When we teach the farmers, when we train them, we don't just train, we don't just give the knowledge and leave. What we expect is the farmers to form people's group. So they organize themselves into a people's group, right? About 10 to 15 people in one group. So actually they will be working together and they will be studying together. That is what Donald was mentioning. Traditionally it was Hyunbae in Nigeria. In Korea we also had it. It was called Dure or Pumashi. So people would be working together. So the PG, the 10 to 15 people works in one member's farm, and then next week they work on another member's farm, next week they work on another member's farm. Or if you're in the busy season, you can meet every day to do that kind of work. And after you work in the morning when it's cooler, when it gets hot, you go under a shade and you will be studying together. And the farm work that you will be doing, we have provided you the knowledge. And studying under the tree, that one also is provided in the workbook. So I highly suggest you download the workbook, and it has topics for 35 weeks or 35 different topics, both on farming and also on community development or mindset. So you will be studying both those two aspects in the workbook. So that is what we suggest. Even if you never met us, even if you are in a far away country, you can just download the workbook and you start it in your village with your community. You can just make the group and then use the book to do your farming together and then do the studies together. So, and if you are willing, you can also translate it into your language so more people can access.
Oftentimes, we hear people ask, can this method be done at a large scale? Can it be merged with mechanization? Can it be done on a large span of land? I usually, my interest is not on giving answers to those questions, but our interest is on giving farmers an option. We are giving farmers an option, a viable option to key into. Yes, am I a farmer? Yes, I am. Am I a commercial farmer? Yes, I'm also a commercial farmer. Am I using these methods commercially? Yes, I'm using these methods commercially. In 30, 20, even 20 years ago in Nigeria was producing food using, my community was producing food, Benue State was producing food using this traditional method, this humbe that we are talking about, commercially and even exporting it. But a lot has changed. Now, Nigeria, a lot of Nigerian foods cannot be exported. A lot of food is not being produced. The cost of production is high and the productivity is getting lower and lower. So is there things that we are doing wrongly? Are there things that can be done rightly? Yes. We are giving you that option. These farming methods are very practical. Do it on your own. Do it in your community. Improve productivity. And let's see how this goes.
You said Nigerian food cannot be exported. Well, why is that?
A lot of food cannot be exported from Nigeria because it does not reach the safe level when it comes to the chemical component. There's a lot of toxicity, aflatoxins in the food, and that has to do with the methods that we are using to farm. And we used to produce a lot of food in Benue State. Denen Tofi, Taka, Botwe, Job, Konya, a lot of Takuruku, all of these traditional people, they used to produce a lot of food, and a lot of food is still coming from that axis, but productivity is low compared to those days when we didn't have all these, our expectation, high expectation on mechanization and high expectation on the use of conventional inputs.
Yes.
Because I grew up within the rice farm, grew up within the yam farm and mulching, and the productivity was quite high. We used to have a very big farm and all of that. So yes, I think we should look at the ways we are doing now, ways we are farming now, vis-a-vis the ways our parents or those traditional ways that were done. Does it need improvement? Yes, that is why we have educated people. That is why we are educated. Can this traditional method be done using technological inclusiveness to make it faster? Yes. All methods are scientific and technological. No method is just bare. Every method is scientific. Even the traditional method are scientific and technologically inclined. So yes, things can be done better. So let's think about productivity and safer ways of doing things, rather than saying we need this, and that. That does not necessarily translate into productivity.
You know, when the um, when we talk about the modernization, agriculture will change. And I've here also I have seen many people involved in the modernization or the transformation of agriculture into a mechanized method of agriculture. They use machines, chemicals, improved seeds, and plastic, and those things are introduced as the modern, more developed form of agriculture. But if you think about it, what is the result? What is the result? Did the farmers become richer and richer? Is the soil getting better and better? Is your produce, is the food, the production is going up? Is the quality going up? If you look at these kind of questions, is the farming cost going down? If you look at these kind of questions, what is the result of this modernization? It's more about a few very rich commercial farmers becoming rich, and most of the farmers who cannot afford those kind of transformation, they will suffer, and and all the industries, the businesses surrounding it will prosper, like the people selling you the inputs, they will prosper. But who does it really benefit? That is a question we must ask ourselves.
Yes, and for me, we must ask ourselves these questions. And when such project comes, a lot of people have expectation that some big government institutions, some NGO has brought in funding to fund this project. No, that is not the kind of project that we have here. And sorry to disappoint you, but that's not our goal. Our goal is for people to own this project. That way it becomes natural and it can grow into a project that government will be interested in. Our government is the Nigerian government, is the Korean government, and other government persons interested in this project. Yes, they are. But what is the main goal of this project? We want to see that it's measurable, it is productive, and it's people-led. That way, this can grow into a project that will be supported of men and government of goodwill.
This project is people led, meaning that already we are the people leading the project, and we don't receive huge funding from big agencies or governments. We are doing this at our own cost. We do have small supporters from the people. So we would be using our money for the fuel, the food, everything. We travel under this Nigerian sun. We travel, and then we go to all these places, and then we teach. And then, if you think about it, those people there, they are receiving the knowledge. And if you have a common sense, they should be asking, "Oh, what can we offer you?" Or more likely, like, how much is the training? They should be offering you money or something in return. That is common sense, because we are sacrificing to go there. But so many places we go, they don't even come and offer you one banana. You know what I mean. They just sit there expecting us to give them the money. So we use our money, go there, teach for free, and then we should be giving them money again. Now, this kind of attitude I want to point out, because I believe this is a serious problem. It's a serious problem, and the people's minds are corrupt. We talk about corruption a lot, and we talk about the corruption of the politicians, the officials, the big people, But the greatest, the most serious corruption I see is the corruption of the minds of the people. If you lose your common sense, dignity, or good judgment, if you lose your conscience, that's end of the game. That is the worst thing that can happen to a human if you lose that kind of integrity. But it's not really the fault of the people. It is how they have been treated. Like I have some strong criticism against free aid, just giving out things for free. If you just receive things, gifts, money, then you are used to it, and you will be asking for more, and then you will become lazy, because even if you don't work, someone is giving things to you. They give you the roads, the schools, the hospitals. They give you the money. They give you fertilizer. They give you herbicide. They give you seeds. If they give you, then there is no reason for you to work. So you become lazy. You become dependent, and then you become such a person that you are demanding. Oh, where's my thing? You give it to me. I have been treated like that so many times. I go to these communities, like so many people are interested in a project. They come, but actually I find out they are not interested in the project. They are interested in money. I'm not saying that the people are bad. I'm saying how their mind has been corrupted and manipulated into that kind of status. That is a serious problem that we need to address and fix.
Yeah, that's a serious problem we need to address. In addressing that, we need our system thinking, our behaviors to change. Behavioral change is needed. We need to own up that we have a problem. What is the problem? Our land is depleting. Our soil does not have fertility. Our grass lands are going away. Our water level is becoming lower and lower. We do not have water and grassland for our animals to graze and drink. Even we, the humans in Nigeria, in different parts of Africa, do not have water to drink. Now, if we do not get these problems fixed, how do we then eat? How do we then grow as a people? So this is a call on all men of goodwill to key in and do the needful. Support. Be part of something small and see how this small thing will grow. How can you reach us? You can reach us through puri.co or live to land, liveonplanet.com. You can download our books. You can get engaged. You can reach me personally through my phone number +234 70 375 81889. Again, +234 70 375 81889. Let us continue having this conversation, or you can email me on donaldakule@gmail.com. Donald, DONALD AKULE. That's at gmail.com. So that is how to reach me.
Okay, my last word is we will be happy to work with anyone, but we expect people to be serious, committed, and hardworking. If you think we are bringing some kind of funding or money and you're after those, you don't need to join us. You don't need to reach out. we only want to work with those people who are committed. So this is a project for the people, by the people. So when I was telling you about the people's group, what we want you to do is you can form a people's group in your region just on your own,
Yeah.
without even contacting us. You take the workbook and you start doing it. You can do it. And just as I asked the people, if you learn from me, you teach someone. I ask one more thing. If your people's group grows, then you go out and help other people create other people's group. So one PG goes out, creates few more PGs. All these PGs go out, create more PGs. That is how the people will be helping the people. I've seen so many times people are just waiting. People are waiting for the funding. They're waiting for the government to come. They're waiting for the foundations. They're waiting for the NGOs, international organizations. They're just waiting. They want the outsiders to come and save them. But nobody is coming to save us. Nobody is coming to save us. You have to save yourself. People have to save themselves. And if you don't have that strong mind, that independent spirit, and if you're just always waiting for outsiders, that help will never come. And that kind of waiting attitude, that weak, dependent mindset, the corruption of the mind, that is the biggest problem that we have. And that one we need to fix. So, yes, happy to talk to you.
Yeah, we are very, very happy to talk. And the PGs, you can have a minimum of 10 people, a maximum of 15 in a people's group. Don't be more than that. Just keep it within the limit. And reach us.
Download and read the book, workbook.
Yeah, we
Okay.
need to.
What is freedom in your language?
Seneke.
Seneke?
Seneke.
1, 2, 3.
Seneke.